Had to replace bearings on a Dumore tool post grinder. When I took it apart, I found out that the fan had a crack around the hub. So I couldn't find a replacement for it. Decided to 3D print a replacement part. Modeled it in Fusion 360. Printed it with PETG at 100% infill. Mounted the motor shaft into a 16-inch lathe. Wanted to keep everything on center as the fan was pressed onto the shaft. So snug that up. I made a conical tailpiece that registered on the inside of the fan blade to keep it registered on center as it was pressed on. It had to be heat staked over a knurl on the shaft. So in preparation for that, I attached a thermocouple to the shaft so that I can get it up to about 200 degrees C. You want to get the plastic high enough temperature that it'll melt, not too hot where it's going to burn the plastic, but 200 C works out pretty well. Apply heat to the end of the shaft, keeping an eye on the temperature, making sure that it was kind of averaging around 200 C. Once it was at temperature, placed the fan in position, cranked it in. The bottom of the conical tool has a set screw that is bottoming out against the shaft, so it goes to a known position. And I left it sit there to cool down. The shaft takes a while to cool down, and the fan would move around if not left in place. So I left it sit there, added a little bit of air to cool it down quicker. And once remove the thermocouple. With the part still in the lathe, I wanted to back off the conical fixturing plate and then turn the lathe on to make sure that the fan was running true and on center. Everything appeared to be good with it. This is the finished assembly. You can see a good heat stake along the shaft where it intersects with the knurl. And it was ready for assembly into the motor. This is an old style motor, so the fan configuration is a little bit different than a lot of modern induction motors. This one actually looks backwards compared to newer ones, but just the way they pocketed that fan in there with there's a steel plate that's between the coils and the fan itself. And put the end cap on. You see the end cap has a louver on it where the air comes out. Not really a good application for a fan motor using on a tool post grinder, but that's the way they made these back then. After assembly, I did a quick airflow check. Everything appeared to be working as normal. And thank you for watching.